Usually get to be in videos. Oh, sweetie. Wow, what a good girl. She's so sweet.
You up to trouble? You causing trouble?
Always. All right. Hello, all you lovely people.
Yes. Howdy, everybody.
That's your face.
She didn't like that I picked her up.
How dare you? Hello, hopefully healthy Yvonne and Shannon. For the most part.
Yeah.
Mostly healthy as that.
I've still got a hacking cough, but gets us through lines in the store. You hack like that.
Not
move
true.
Out of your way.
We don't. No. We are
just
not
throw one of those at them.
No, we don't do that.
And I would have had the Raymond video done sooner, but they were rude. They signed that contract while I was doing the treadmill. So it's about.
Don't they know your daily schedule? I mean,
Clearly.
Come on. So, hey, Ivan and Shannon. Hello, how are you? We're not too bad. It's a really nice day.
Are you causing trouble?
She does not want to be held.
Nope. No affection here.
She's a free spirit. You can't hold her down.
Unless there's somebody at the door and then she growls and runs away.
AHL has signed a deal with Flow Sports to show AHL games on their app. No longer team-specific pricing.
Good. That's the future. The future is going to be through the streaming services and you'll pay for what you use kind of thing.
Just moved into an apartment recently and my cat loves the wider view. Do you think that ACEHL will succeed or fail? I think it will fail due to the people in charge having no experience.
I haven't seen anything about it, but hopefully it's better than Major League Hockey.
Bettman created that rule that the NHL teams can only do things when Shannon is busy.
It's true. That's true. So if we have a meetup this weekend, I fully expect big trades or something to happen. That's happened before.
True. 18 days till hockey starts.
Yep.
Love your content. I also am so glad you guys have a Discord. I've been looking for a hockey Discord for so long. I think our Discord is pretty cool. It has the different team channels, and then when the season starts, there's game day chat. So there's a little channel for each game. So then everybody can go on there while you're watching the game and chat with the other people while they're playing. And yes, thank you for the reminder. No politics, please. Those comments will be deleted. Else. You can get that anywhere else.
Yep. Absolutely anywhere, anytime.
Yeah. Anywhere else. A lot of people on here aren't even Americans, so we don't need to be discussing American politics.
Do I have a favorite PWHL team? Not yet. I rooted for Minnesota a bit this past season because it's nice to see Minnesota win because it's very rare Minnesota gets a win. So, yeah, we'll see.
Favorite goalie mask?
Man,
like ever?
The masks they have now, it's weird. They have so much art on them, but they all kind of blend together because they're all kind of a very similar sort of style. To me, they kind of blend together a little bit. Because
a whole bunch of pictures of all different things on a mask.
Like they're nice, but they're very same. Like everything just kind of seems the same. Like when we saw Boston, what was fun was Tuukka Rask's mask. You could see it from across the arena. You could tell it was him.
Right.
Jonathan Quick's always had masks like that too.
Markstrom's had.
But now a lot of the masks they have just look very similar to one another.
Bruce Boudreau saying today OEL struggled really bad on the right side in Vancouver, so he most likely starts on the left in Toronto.
I'd be surprised if he didn't start on the left, but don't be that surprised if during the preseason Craig Berube tries him on both sides of the blue line to see whether or not they might be able to get it to work on the right side. But yeah, OEL's tricky. He showed in Florida he can still play well, but he has to be utilized correctly.
What is your gut feeling on how the Raymond contract will age?
In the video that I just posted, the news video, I think it's going to end up being a bargain later on. If his career continues the trajectory it's on, I think that contract's a bargain as soon as 2 years from now.
In your history series, did you ever find out what the 93 Canadians did to the Cup to make it hate Canada?
See, I don't know that it hates Canada. There's definitely been Canadian teams that have had a chance, got all the way to Game 7 of a Stanley Cup final and just couldn't win it in Game 7. The teams from Canada just haven't got it done in Game 7s. So that's really where it's at.
Did you make that dress outfit, Yvonne? I did.
Absolutely, she did.
Let's see if I can back up. Oh, there, see? Ta-da!
Yeah, she did
So there
make
you
that.
go. That's my dress. I
She
made
made
it
this
Disneyland.
jersey too.
Not.
It's amazing. She got all the colors perfectly right. She even painted this on perfectly straight. Amazing. Very talented lady.
No. What are you watching or movies have you seen recently?
I've had her watch a couple of movies. She hadn't seen Maximum Overdrive, so I was like, "Oh, I got to show her Maximum Overdrive." And she was like, "This is a great movie. This is a fantastic movie." And then
so goofy.
And then we watched Smoke Signals, which I didn't realize. I watched Smoke Signals decades ago. I forgot it was set in Idaho. It was great. It was absolutely fantastic to watch as she saw areas she recognized. And she even named the towns before the movie did. It was great. So now she's all homesick. She wants us to go on vacation to Idaho next. She wants us to take like a full 2-week block and go to Idaho so she can experience all those areas again.
This is not an accurate summary of what happened. Anyways, okay. Do you think the Stanley Cup playoffs paint logo should be back on the ice? Yes.
I wish it was, but I don't think it's going to happen because that's where they throw the ads. So the advertisers, that's where the money is. I don't think they're going to go back to the way it was done before.
Have you ever owned a Blues third trumpet kit jersey?
No. Knowing that they never actually made them, the fact that the kit jerseys go for hundreds of dollars, to me seems a little bit high. It's a very pricey kit jersey, and so no. I don't have the Blues trumpet.
They put ads on the whiteboards, put ads on the painted playoff logos. They do the ads all over the ice. I hate the ads on the ice. I don't like the ads on the boards either, though.
The Canucks won the Young Star game today. They came back and won it 4-3. I didn't watch that one. I watched San Jose and Colorado this morning.
How much do you think Cedar gets?
They have $8.75 million left in cap space. It's going to eat up almost all of that, I would think.
Both Canuck goalies have knee problems. How concerned are you?
I'm not worried about Shilovs. Shilovs aren't. It's not supposed to be bad. Demko, I am very concerned. So apparently, the Canucks have engaged with Kevin Lankinen in contract talks. I would love to see Lankinen in a Canucks jersey. If they can make that happen, you'd have Lankinen and Shilovs to start the season. That might be the best case scenario right now, and just Demko needs time.
Mm-hmm. So happy to tune in while waiting for my horse to slowly eat dinner. How are you guys doing?
Not bad.
Animals can eat their food really slow. Like children.
Cats generally don't, though.
No. Cats and dogs inhale. Other animals, not so much. Who will be the next captain of Tampa Bay?
Hedman. Hedman's already said they've asked him. He's already said that he'd accept it if it's offered. He did say in the interview I was reading that at that time it hadn't been offered to him. I'd be very surprised if he's not the next captain.
What if you guys move to St. John's? Might mean an adjustment in reviews or how the channel works.
That would completely change everything.
That wouldn't happen.
I don't think it would work.
No.
As much as I love Newfoundland and I think it'd be great, Yvonne would be in her glory because it never gets hot. It's always kind of foggy. She likes, foggy and boring. And so fit right in.
Hockey and boring.
So the nice thing
Yvonne
too
likes
is
it when the weather's all gloomy.
in Newfoundland, anytime you go to somebody's place, they offer you food too. So that would help us with the kids. We could just take them to the
Malachi
neighbors.
would be visiting everybody.
Yeah. So that would work out really well if we ever did move to Newfoundland.
Which will not happen
No.
ever. That'll never
I don't think
happen.
that's gonna. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Where do you get crusts for kit jerseys?
eBay.
Yeah, you can find them online.
I would think eBay. There are eBay sellers that have logos. That clearly the jerseys were probably destroyed, but the logo was still okay. So they take the logo and sell the logo. That's the one place I know of to get logos for a kit.
Just joined. Glad you both are on the mend. Agreed.
I was okay by about the third day. Yvonne took a little bit longer. Yeah, it took a little bit longer.
I was still sleeping most of the day at that point.
Yeah, I slept like 20 hours that first day. I just couldn't get out of bed.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Games on the West Coast start at 11:30 in Newfoundland.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
We
reviews
have
would
talked
be like 3 in the morning.
frequently about how that would be really, really hard.
Yeah. West Coast is the only way the channel works the way that I do it.
Yvonne, why don't you wear the Kraken jersey? I will. Don't you worry. That was my plan for the next jersey I wear. I just got home from doing things with kiddos and picking up kiddos, so I just kept wearing what I've been wearing all day. Yo, hi, Shannon and Yvonne, my homie G's. There you go. That's just how Shannon talks.
Yo. Word to your mother.
We have teenagers, so I might throw in all of the slang.
No cap.
Yeah. No cap, bruh. They love it when I talk to them like that.
Yeah.
Throw in a few other slangs that I'm not using appropriately.
Yeah.
How good of a player is Morgan Barron of the Jets?
Barron's one of my favorite fourth liners in the National Hockey League. He works hard. You get an honest effort out of him every shift.
Northern Idaho is foggy and boring at times.
That's what Smoke Signals showed in the movie.
Northern Idaho is boring most of the time.
Smoke Signals is a good movie, though, right? You enjoyed the movie, right? Yeah.
Did you find any Jif peanut butter?
Yes. I did.
Yeah.
I ordered it immediately after that live stream.
He did.
So.
It's just not at the grocery stores that I shop at.
Right.
So that was the problem. I hadn't seen him for years because it's not at the grocery store.
You have to go to the combination hockey game and grocery store. So. Now it's stuck in your head, though. See? You're welcome.
It's so obnoxious. This is an obnoxious commercial.
You know what they say? Jurassic Park is frightening in the dark.
Don't start that, Shannon. Oh my gosh. Yeah, how did you riz up? Who would win in a chess match between the hockey guy and the entertainment guy?
The one that's intelligent, so me. He watches wrestling. What the heck? Seriously.
Oh, see, somebody else knows this song. What do you think Utah's goal horn will sound like?
I mean, it's going to be just, I would think, a regular horn noise, probably. And then the goal song, I don't know. What would be a good goal song for Salt Lake City?
I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know what would fit.
I don't know what would fit either.
I'm sure
what works for Yeti
there.
Since we know it's going to be Yeti, although apparently they're not going to tell us till next year. So could you do like a Chewbacca growl for every goal?
Oh my gosh, that would be so funny.
So
that would be really funny.
Because Wookiees are just another type of
Chewbacca
Yeti.
For the Yeti. Yeah. That would be really funny.
Yeah, Wookiees are just like another form of Yeti.
Imagine a goal horn that was just a very loud goose honk. Oh my gosh, that would be so funny.
I used to have on NHL, the NHL game, my goal horn was chickens clucking. I had that for a while. I also had party horns.
He's such a goof.
And then I think there was one too where you'd have a crowd go, yay. So anything that sounded really bad, I was like, that's it. That's the one. That's it.
Have you played a trading card game like Magic the Gathering?
The kids play Magic the Gathering a lot. Yvonne has, I've played games like Magic the Gathering. I don't play Magic the Gathering. Oddly enough, got a jersey of Magic the Gathering from Geeky Jerseys last week. Did an unboxing for that on the Entertainment Guy channel. And Gabriel likes it quite a bit.
Yeah. In my previous life, I owned a tabletop and board game store. I've played a lot of deck building games.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
Will Craig McTavish ever coach again?
I doubt it. He's been out for a while now. I'd be very surprised if he ever becomes a head coach again. Other roles with the Oilers and maybe other teams as years go by, sure, but I don't think he'll be a coach again.
What would be your walk-up song if you were a baseball player?
My walk-up song if I was a baseball player. I don't know. I was a baseball player. See, my favorite was Hoffman back in the day with San Diego. He used to come out to Hell's Bells by AC/DC. So it was great. He was the closer. And so like the whole time he was coming in from the dugout, they'd play Hell's Bells. Like, yeah. And then you get 3 strikeouts. Like, yeah, way to go, Hoffman. So I guess Hell's Bells.
Somebody's just thunderstruck. Potato farmer, game store owner. That's it. Right. I've never lived somewhere that potatoes do that great. I mean, there are areas that they can grow potatoes here, but other than that.
Well, if you bless the ground, you can.
Because you don't think that's
you are
how
the potato
it
whisperer.
Works. I know.
Yeah. I've seen you talking to the potatoes upstairs.
What are you talking about?
You know, when you're instilling them with confidence just before you make dinner with them?
Before I chop them
potatoes
up and boil them?
Potatoes taste better if they're confident. That's not a very well-known fact, but it's true.
Oh, my goodness. He has the thing on his Magic jersey on the other channel, if you want to see that.
Shorzy quote.
Check out this half-ton sporty shirt box. Sporty shirt.
You haven't seen that episode where they do the truck advertisement? And none of them can do it right between Shorzy and Hitch and everybody else. It's really funny.
The answer is Wild Thing. Would either of you still root for a team, even if it had a controversial player on it who did things outside of the sport that are not okay? Example, in the NFL, Deshaun Watson for the Cleveland Browns.
I have cheered for teams when they've had players I don't like on them. I can root for the team and not necessarily the player, which I have done before. It can be difficult. There have been times where a player I really have not liked has been on a team that I cheer for. No, I'm not giving out names right now, but it is one of those things where you kind of say, okay, I'm rooting for the team. I don't like the player, and I may not like some of the things they've done, but that's the team I'm rooting for. I'm okay if my team trades him away. I kind of like to see him go. Yeah. The only problem is when you cheer for multiple teams in the same league, a lot of the time I would root for a team to trade somebody, and then they trade him to one of the other teams I cheer for. And I'm like, not like that. No. Because then I got to put up a whole new fan base going, you know what? Maybe he's okay. He's not. He's not. He needs to be off this team now. But, you know.
Should the Canucks go back to using Holiday by Green Day as their goal song again?
We use it here in Abbotsford. It's great. It's a fantastic goal song. Way
better.
Absolutely love it as a goal song. Yes.
Their goal song is like, I want them to do the Nickelback, Burn it to the ground.
And I want Riot by 3 Days Grace.
Both Canadian bands.
Own your history, Vancouver. Do it.
Both of those are great, like bouncy songs, which are way more fun as goal songs.
Don't You Forget About Me is a boring college song.
It is so lame. That is not.
It is a song for nerds.
That doesn't get anybody excited.
It's a nerd song. I should know. I'm a nerd. Doesn't belong in a hockey game, personally.
Living in a log cabin in middle of nowhere, Wyoming has its perks, but crop growing is not one of them.
Oh, I can see that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Canucks' current goal song puts me to sleep.
Yep. It's not good.
Something like fun and dancey
that
good. Like gets people excited that you want to hear.
Yep. Riot by 3 Days Grace. Do it.
That'd be good.
Canadian band. Do it. Make it happen.
What you guys heard of Took, the Canadian band? I've heard of them.
Sounds familiar.
I have heard of them.
Yeah, sounds familiar.
What if the Canucks went back to the old hockey stick logo? Oh, the stick and rink?
I don't mind the stick and rink at all. I wouldn't mind seeing a stick and rink jersey in the black, red, and yellow. I think that could look really nice. I don't think the Canucks are going to do it. I think we'll have a skate third for a while. Maybe years down the road, we'll see another throwback to the stick and rink, but I doubt it.
Do you prefer dance, hard rock, or organ music at
Metal.
NHL arenas?
Metal rock.
I prefer not country.
And some of the dance music, some of the dance stuff I listen to. Yvonne's always surprised. Some of these songs come on at a game, and then I start singing along, and she's like, "How do you know this
Shannon
song?"
knows a lot of songs that I've never heard of or don't remember.
Yeah, especially if it's like Pussycat Dolls or something along those lines.
I really don't know.
Pop music from the early 2000s, I probably know all the words.
I don't.
Yeah, it's fun.
Especially early 2000s. I really don't know popular music from that.
But it is funny when a song comes on and I start singing along. She's like, "I've never heard this before."
Do you follow college hockey? What is your opinion on the University of North Dakota?
I really don't keep up on the college hockey that much. It's not covered in Canada that much. And it is unusual that with the US, college hockey and college sports in general are huge. And in Canada, they're not. It's not the same at all. College football in Canada a little bit, but in general, college sports in Canada, like it's
totally different than
if you have a hockey player going to a university in Canada, that generally indicates they're not going to the NHL. So it's a completely different setup.
Does NHL and others have a rule on team colors? I've seen Utah's before. I was a hockey fan in the 90s until the strike and lockout. Is a repeat coming?
They used to have a rule that no two teams could have the same colors. That got challenged, and they won. And they being the Pittsburgh Penguins, stating that gold and black were their colors as well. Boston, of course, had gold and black first, but there used to be a rule that teams couldn't have the same color scheme. I'm glad that went by the wayside, because now that we're looking at more than 32 teams, it'd be impossible for two teams not to share the same colors.
But they could be different.
You could have some really ugly looks.
There already are some ugly looks.
Not 70s ugly.
I don't know. There's a whole lot of marigold. Marigold. I wish there were more colors and not as many repeats.
Golden State.
There's a lot of marigold.
The California Golden Seals.
Hello from Atlanta. Have you ever played fantasy hockey? Also, hashtag bring back the Thrashers.
I used to play fantasy hockey. I just didn't have the interest in keeping it going. So I'd sign up for a league online, and then I'd just forget about it. So I'd go in and I'd be like, "Oh, well, my team's destroyed. Well, no point checking this the rest of the season." So we have fantasy leagues through the channel, but I don't play fantasy. Closest I get is at the start of the playoffs when the NHL does the playoff tree and trying to predict who wins. I do that. That's as close as I get.
We need more orange. No, we do not. There's plenty.
But there's different colors of orange that they don't use yet.
And all the oranges with blue. Is there anybody that does orange? Well, I guess orange and black Flyers aren't orange and blue. Yeah, that's
Ducks
true. There's a whole lot of orange, though. Yeah, no. Ducks,
need more
Flyers, orange. Oilers, Islanders.
See, if the Canucks went back to black with orange and gold, I'd be very happy.
That would be so obnoxious.
I'd be so happy.
I would not.
I love the orange and gold.
No. Has TEG been leaving you alone lately?
I think that's questions for you.
I don't know. It's kind of obnoxious, but
it's your husband.
Oh, you don't see the cats. I think. Oh,
Shadow's right here.
Bear's right. She's right behind this easel on the floor. Shadow is right there in that little basket one, and then Maple is on the other tree right there. Azrael was here at the beginning, but then she ran off. Pixel's probably on her bed. Oh, no, she's probably on the treadmill. Shannon was doing the treadmill right before this.
Yes.
Any calls from Gary lately?
I was going to do a call from Gary last week, and then I didn't get it done. I have a feeling there'll be a call from Gary once we get into training camp and getting towards the preseason. So stay tuned.
I want to see more powder blue in pro sports.
Agreed. Absolutely agreed with that one.
Always like the purple on the 1970s Kings.
Yep.
Agreed. Yep. I just like it when you can tell what team it is by the colors.
Agreed.
I don't like that there are several teams that have the same colors that are the same shade even. So you can't tell what team it is just based off the colors. Do you have an Avs reverse retro? The Nordiques one.
Yep. I got all the reverse retros, first and second round of them. So, yeah.
More purple, specifically a lavender would be really nice. That could be very cool looking. Too many reds. There's a lot of red and there's a lot of blue. A lot of red, blue, and marigold. Would you be able to make some KHL videos?
KHL, it's going to be more towards news of the day, not necessarily KHL centric videos. But I will definitely be talking about the KHL during the season this year. A lot of prospects over there, a lot of former NHLers over there too. So I can do on how some former NHLers are doing over there. That
back, he did a video on sports leagues and said that the NFL was slowly dying. Do you still feel that way today? Go Alex.
The CFL's had a good last few seasons. I know there's talk of expansion as well with the CFL. I always get nervous about expansion with the CFL though, because traditionally that hasn't gone all that well. I think they're good. I think if the NFL
actually has yellow.
No, it's marigold.
They have marigold.
Yeah.
And even with blue, there's so many shades of blue, yet most shades.
Yep.
Like there's so many colors you can possibly have.
Yep.
But they don't. It's too bad.
Oh, did we just go down?
No, the chat.
No, I mean people.
Yeah, but I saw YouTube's. Yeah.
Go up there. Go up there.
Is it working? Well, it's working fine on our end.
Very low res.
Super like you thought it was me. No. Are you guys getting?
No, I've even got the door open.
Pixelated. Not lagging, but low res. Weird.
Yeah, we can start it up again.
I don't know how that works. True.
No, CFL's not blocking it. I think it's a matter of money and just making sure it's going to work. I think that's why the Bills were playing games in Toronto.
I don't know. It looks like there's